Hey everybody, Raven here, and today I'm going to talk to you about silver and its insane climb. In just a few days, ladies and gentlemen, I made a video 2 or 3 days ago about junk silver and what's going on and its value. And in that time, just from there till now, we have gone up over $6, and it is currently sitting at 64.52. It's 7:35, and in Oklahoma, I had to get up and talk to you about this because this is unreal. Right now, if you're to go buy junk silver, $46.12 for $1 worth. Now, at the height of the market, that right there, literally those 4 quarters for the longest time, $30 per face was considered, relatively high. Now we've gotten to where it's $46.12. This BU roll that would have cost you anywhere between, 300 and 315 is now $460 plus per roll, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely mind blowing. This bar here, which is a nice collectible Canadian Engelhard bar, has now been obliterated for its collector value, because if you tried to buy this just in silver, you're talking $645 for a 10-ounce bar. We used to complain when we had to pay $150, $160 for 10 ounces. It's absolutely a game changer in what's going on. And, everybody's speculating where they think it's going to be. Nobody knows. We've talked about this a bunch of times, how, if we have the crystal ball that could tell us where silver would be, you'd be making a fortune. Anybody that invested in silver in the last, 7, 8 years is seeing phenomenal returns on their money. I've mentioned this before, where literally it took silver 7 years to double in value. And then now, in 6 months, it's doubled yet again, and a little bit more than doubled. So, there's a lot of things that have happened. Changes in technology, defense, things that everything you touch that's electronic has silver, has gold. I mean, matter of fact, if we talk about gold's price right now, holy cow, ladies and gentlemen, because honestly, where did anybody think gold would hit $4,300 and is just still going up? I know there's a lot of people speculating things, saying, $100 an ounce silver, $5,000 an ounce gold. And at this point, it's anybody's guess, What I really am emphatically urging people to understand is, don't get caught up in the fear of missing out. Make sure that you're making sound judgments when buying and purchasing gold and silver, because right now, these are really nice times. If you can actually sell your silver, there's a thing going on with a lot of shops that they're just not buying as much as they were before, because it's just so high, or their premiums are literally, you're coming into the shop and they're telling you $4 or $5 under spot. I heard a story about a gentleman, and I'm not going to say where the city is because I think that's kind of mean, but I will say that I know that in Oklahoma, there is a coin shop that's a local coin shop that was only paying 15 times face in recent times. And, who knows where they're at now. But that kind of tells you got to be really careful when selling it. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know who you're dealing with. I really think that these are really telling times to see things like this happen. It speaks to what's going on globally and geopolitically and economically. You have the things like BRICS. You have India and different countries buying up silver and gold like it's going out of style. So it's a supply and demand issue as well. If you have more demand, which obviously, the changes in technology that are happening. To give you an example, I know that there was a change in electronic vehicle batteries, and now, they're literally using multiple kilos of silver just for one battery. So it'll be interesting to see what happens down the road, the way that people will have to find ways to scrap, silver out of electronics and different things. Because for a long time, silver, the reason why this right here is called junk silver is because it didn't really have any value other than silver for the longest time. It was not really worth any kind of numismatic valuation. And, the buzzword in the last couple years is constitutional silver, which kind of gives it a different nomenclature, makes it not sound as like it's trash. But I think it was just only done that way because, the valuation was always different. Now it's hard to call it junk when you can get $46 roughly, in just melt value. Granted, if you take it to a shop, more than likely, depending on the shop, maybe you get $35, maybe you get $40, maybe you get $45, but still it is phenomenally higher than where it's been. I am honestly at a loss of words because a lot of this stuff I bought at a price that literally makes it very difficult for me not to take it and go sell it. I'm a numbers guy. I have quite a bit of potential profit if I were to do that. But I'm also somebody that wants to be prepared for the future because God forbid, here's the thing. If silver goes up to some of these ridiculous numbers I've heard, like $300, $400, $500 an ounce, our dollar's nothing then. Like, if you can't buy an ounce of silver for, I can't believe I'm saying this, but if you can't buy an ounce of silver for less than $65 an ounce, maybe 70's the ceiling that I'm kind of seeing. There's big problems with inflation and whatnot that are going on, and that's been discussed quite a bit in different channels. There's a lot of people, with some interesting information in regards to silver, their opinion of where it's going to be, and I can't stress this enough. Watch the markets, study, make informed decisions. Like I've told you guys before, I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't tell you what to do with your silver. I just say that, hey, right now is a very surprising time. If you want to correspond, it's ravenhawkcoins@gmail.com. Our P.O. Box is 721296, Norman, Oklahoma, 73070. Like always, please make sure to take care of one another, and we'll see you real soon. Ravenhawk Coins, have a great day.